Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to the brand new 2016 Ford Explorer. And if it looks the same to you as the outgoing model, well, you might not be the only one, because Ford says that from here on, everything is new. And to me, of course, this looks a lot like the Range Rover. But what is new is under the hood. It's a brand new 2.3 liter engine that replaces the outgoing 2 liter. So let's take this 2016 model for a ride and see how this new EcoBoost drives. Here's the deal, guys. The Explorer lives in a very popular market segment. It competes with cars like the Chevy Traverse, the Nissan Pathfinder, and of course the brand new Honda Pilot. But this is the best-selling car in that market segment. And whenever a manufacturer has a very popular car, they don't want to rock the boat. So the styling tends to be conservative, and the changes tend to be very minimal. Alright, we're on some twisty roads. I've got her in sport. It is an interesting kind of throttle response on this little turbocharged EcoBoost engine. There's not much turbo lag, and that's really impressive. So right there I floored it, and within half a second I got in power. It's amazing what the newest technology can do. Look at that. Oh, you can feel the car's heft here. Can you tell the difference between the outgoing model and the new model? To me, this looks much more like a Range Rover. Of course, all this is new, including what's under the hood, a brand new 2.3 liter EcoBoost, a turbocharged 4-cylinder that puts out 310 horsepower and 280 pound-foot of torque. It's mated to, in this case, a 6-speed automatic transmission with all-wheel drive and that nifty terrain management selection switch that Ford first introduced in the previous model. What Ford is doing, which is kind of cool, is they're making their engines a little bit more powerful and a little bit smaller in displacement. Just like the F-150 gets a 2.7 liter EcoBoost, this gets a 2.3 liter. And yes, if you're a keen-eyed observer, behind me is a Rolls-Royce Wraith. Who says you can't carve canyons in a Explorer? Who says? Not me, man. Now we're having fun. Oh, it's so heavy. It is such a heavy car. Come on, come on. You know, for such a heavy and big beast, it actually transitions very well. I'm able to sort of kind of place it exactly where I want to place it. And not a lot of push. It's very neutral. I think I'm making my photographer sick. What else is new is the back. Ford says they've made it much more aerodynamic. In fact, they've increased the fuel economy by adding such things as this new rear spoiler and, of course, signature LED lights. Open, says me. Yes, it now has the kick open feature, which is very handy if you have a handful of kids or groceries. And of course, back here, you get about the same amount of room as in the previous model. All you do is hit this little button. Look at this ballet as these seats quickly and efficiently fold away to reveal, come on, stow, let's do stow. There we go. Look at that. Like a choreographed Broadway show to reveal enough room for the entire TFL team to get back here in comfort. The way the terrain management works is it takes all the car's electronics, stability control, traction control, and when I turn this dial, it changes those characteristics for the best and optimal response for the kind of terrain I'm on. Of course, here I'm on a dirt road, so this isn't going to do a lot. But let's say you were in snow and you put it in snow mode. When you floor the accelerator, it gives you a much shallower, a much slower throttle response so that you're not spinning the wheels. And it does the same thing based on basically the kind of terrain that you select. When we get this vehicle back into Colorado, we'll take it off-road and really give it a real workout. All right, let's talk about back seat room and innovation. Now there's a lot of headroom here, and I do have this massive dual sunroof, which is a nice feature. The other cool thing is this. Yes, it's a seat belt, but it's kind of thick. You see it? You know what that is? That's an airbag. That's a unique feature that Ford has developed and actually put an airbag in the rear seat. So yeah, it's okay, there's enough legroom back here, but I cheated. I moved this forward, and the reason I moved that forward is because I wanted to get in the way back. And with this, where I normally drive, this seat that I'm sitting in won't fold. Let me show you how it will fold, but that's because this is pushed forward for my driving position. There we go. So now this will fold and I can get in the back, but you know what? It's somewhat cumbersome. I think this way back is best left for, especially with the headrest down, is best left for little kiddos because it's pretty tight back here, especially if I do this. Ooh. Or people without toes or knees. If you like the interior of the old Explorer, you'll feel very much at home and you'll like this new interior. They've cleaned up the center stack, they've added a better sounding Sony stereo system, but some of the elephant skin, relatively hard plastics remain, but they've added some nice touches like this. Is it real or is it fake wood? Hard to tell. And they've added more Explorer badging, kind of giving it more of an upmarket feel. In all, it's a very nice place to spend a lot of time. When we get this vehicle back into Colorado, we'll take it off-road and really give it a real workout. Here in San Diego, I think this nursery dirt road is about as good as I'm going to get on this review. And by the way, if you're curious, the Explorer starts at about $30,000, and if you get the fancy Platinum Edition, it'll go all the way up to $53,000. So there is a lot of different price points. And you do have 3 different engine choices, so Ford would like for me to say, and I'll say it, that there's probably an Explorer that will fit your budget and your needs. I feel like I'm doing a Ford commercial. Let me show you guys something really cool. Look over here, right there. You see there's a camera built into the grille of this car, and that's important because, you know what, it'll be easy to show you from behind the steering wheel. So I can turn it on this way, and then I see what's directly in front of the car, which is cool, but what's even cooler is, check this out, I can split the view so that I can see basically around a corner. So now that I'm inching out into oncoming traffic, there's a bush to my right, and I can't see because I'm behind the bush any oncoming traffic, but since the front of the car is so much farther than I am, I can now see that there's no oncoming traffic coming from the right or from the left, and I can safely pull into the road. If you love turbos, you gotta love Ford because they've embraced turbos with both arms. Now you get not one but 2 choices of turbocharged power. The 2.3 in this car, and of course the 3.5 Sport, which is the rocket of the lineup. There's also a brand new Platinum model, which we have yet to drive. But you gotta be impressed by the fact that we've got a big old heavy SUV powered by a 2.3 liter engine that just hustles it down the road. As always, this is Roman reporting for the Fast Lane Car. Check out tflcar.com for more news, views, and real world reviews. And of course, please subscribe for a new car video every day. Ciao. Yeah, it's not going to go and take on a sports car, but it's not meant to do that, right? It's meant to take you and your family across the country. And in terms of dampening and ride and harshness, none of that is coming through. It just feels very comfortable, very solid, very substantial, and very safe. And I think these are the key attributes that people are looking for when they buy in this segment.